Well, this sounds concerning. Alright, let's do this. Welcome aboard if you're new to... hang on. I always do my flashlight. My Friday Flipper video series. We just do jobs. I chat about my week. This is also somehow... What? What? Is that getting... What is that? I don't know what's making that little noise. I was trying to hear if it like gets more frequent if I walk somewhere, but honestly not sure. That's I hope that isn't going to follow us for a job. That's going to be very distracting. Sorry. Weird start to the video. Yeah, Friday is also the day where I just sit and I talk about my week. It's very therapeutic, for me at least. I'm doing a bit of a mix-up where every other Friday I'll be playing another game. For now, it's Another Crab's Treasure. I've made a separate playlist that is just like all my Friday videos if you want to stay up to date on the gossip. It's really weird. I think it's a bit of an April Fool's prank by the game devs. Oh my goodness, it's weird. I really am proud of this little nook that I made. Look at this. This little like raised up walk-in wardrobe attached to our ensuite here. We're not working on this house today, no. We have a job that we've already started and I should get into it before I just keep chatting away. I'm going to keep getting distracted here. Right. It was in Old Petticoat, I believe. Here we go. I keep worrying I'm gonna like hit start from scratch and undo all our work. This was super fun the other week. We came into this house, started cleaning up all the trash, found some secret rooms with little puzzles for us to follow, and end up being an advertisement for another one of the company's games. It was really fun, really charming. I really enjoyed it, even though some of the puzzles I was too stupid for. You got there in the end. It was a lot of fun. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna see if there's like a setting I can do to make it stop saying that, because that's gonna totally derail me today. Okay, I have turned off sound effects, and that seems to silence him. That's gonna be weird not having our sound effects, but we've got our music. Let's go scrub out. We're gonna try scrubbing everything today and see how much we get done. I've got my timer on. We're all ready to go. Oh, that feels so weird without my scrubby noises. I need my scrub, scrub, scrub. Oh well, I'll live, I suppose. But yeah, on with what I've been up to with my past week. I already spoke about this before, but I put up a video reacting to an indie game. And my post on Blue Sky got a couple likes from other game developers, so now I'm like, if I need to find an indie game to play next, I can just go into the notes of that, see what people have, and I can play those next. That's gonna be fun. I've recorded my second video for Irredeemable. And I was gonna plan to only do one more video, because the developer said to me, like, hey, just so you know, it's like 5 to 6 hours long. I'm like, okay, fair enough. Just so I can maybe get other games in my life, we'll only do 1 or 2. And I even said at the end of my video, okay, I'm not planning on doing any more of this, but between me, what was I saying? Right, between recording it and starting to edit the video, I'm just too intrigued. I want to find, like, see what other written stories are in there. So I think slowly over time I will cover the whole game. I just can't promise that I can put up like an episode a week or every other week or anything. Just depends how my week goes. Because my video schedules are battling with each other, battling with my mental health, battling with me feeling like, oh, I can do some art right now. Whatever happens. So satisfying. Just get a little scrub in. What was I just saying? This is so satisfying, so relaxing. I put my headphones back on and it's just nice, chill elevator music. This morning is a morning for interruptions, which I don't mind. You know, other people live in this household too, and they gotta do their own thing and whatever. But it's just irritates me because if I stop recording for a minute, I can't go and do like another little project or something. I gotta set out what I'm doing and do that. I have to get settled in. And if I was starting to go and do drawing, I'd get all set up and then it'd be time for me to go back to recording again because the interruptions would be over. So I can't switch minute to minute what I'm doing. But like I say, whenever I start recording, I really don't like the handprints either side of that though. Whenever I start recording, like I start smiling, I feel good. It really is a perfect de-stressor. Close that. There we go. Yeah, no, just my dog's wanting in and out, see other people, see what they're up to. Usually it's pretty quiet in the house because usually there's only the elderly folk in the home. I mean, my sister who work from home. But then we've also got like half retirees who have a few half days here and there. There's always something. Always someone in the house. Right. What else have I been up to my week? I've been talking about games. I'm thinking about because I got a bunch of back-to-back emails saying that my next few therapy sessions are having to be cancelled because the department's shut and my doctor's going on leave and all that jazz. So it was weird, like this week when I had my last Friday back, because I've said this before that when I have my Friday morning therapy session, it's very emotionally draining. I don't feel up to doing much the rest of my Friday. It's really difficult to get into, you know, because all my work's like very creative stuff and your mindset's very important for that. So it can be, can I reach there with the scribber? There we go. Yes, my mindset's very important and it's very hard for me to want to do anything after I've had a very emotionally trying morning of trying to be very introspective. But it was nice to feel like I could do a bit more last week because I had my Friday available to just get some stuff done. Are any of the rest of these paintings dirty? No, we're good? Alright. Oh, you definitely need to clean. Not been paying enough attention. Oh, isn't the cobwebs something stupid like I have to vacuum them? That's not what we're doing. There we go. No, not vacuum. Oh, no, it's trash. Yeah. I remember being mad at that before. Oh, so that's what it meant at the beginning. So, for April Fools, you've got a magician's hat instead of a trash bag. That's fine. Let's bring this aside. Yeah, so have a few Fridays free in a row, which means I feel like I can be very productive during the week. I'm thinking about maybe devoting next week to doing, you know, a lot of video recording, because the past few weeks, you know, I've been very art heavy. And I'm like, if I can record a few videos in 1 week, I can take my time editing them, and getting them up. So I've got a backlog to put up for a bit. I don't usually do that. Like, I don't usually try to do like several Flipper episodes in a row because, like I say, I like to have that be part of my weekly ritual and I get to talk about my week and stuff. But if I have other games that I want to check out and try, like do a bunch of demo recordings, that'd be pretty good, and I can put those up over the next few weeks, because if I just keep trying to do stuff week to week, it's way less often that I get to put up a video on a Wednesday or a Saturday. Those runs are always like in a questionable state of if they will exist or not. But I think I like that. I think like next week I'm going to devote it hard to doing recordings. Maybe just between 1 and 2 a day. For a couple of days next week, so I've got a couple extra videos to put up the next few months. That'd be really nice. I say there's so many demos and so many indie games now that I'm being introduced to. And I've just taken a first look at Game Jolt. So much to see, so much to do. Oh, if you're new here, here's this like secret entrance up to the top. And all these doors were locked and we had to go finding keys and following notes that said things. Like this one here, found in the bookcase. I'm usually in the river, and I'll be your access giver. It had a little fish, had a key in his mouth. It was a lot of fun. So much to do up there. I think I have to like unpack a box. But we'll do that later when we're putting out all the furniture and organizing all the art. Some of these just need to be put to right a little bit. Yeah, I think that's all my video talk. What else been up to? Ooh, this Monday, I got a good deal on like a lot of pork mince, and I really want to try making some wontons. This post is weird. Do I have to sell this post? Yeah, I thought so. Anything else in here? Let me guess. Yep, doesn't like those lights. And this. And that. Oh, still one more thing to sell. Is it this window? No. It's none of these. Not that. Not that. Not that. Is it gonna be this doorway? Yeah. Don't sell the doorway until you're ready to replace it. Everything in here cleaned? It looks cleaned. That's not cleaned. Yeah, got so much pork mince. I went and treated myself to some prawns. I got like 2.5 kilos of pork mince for £8. That is a lot. It was at Costco and it was like £3 off whatever the sticker price was. Such a great deal. Went to my local Asian market. Got some wonton wrappers. Shelled out all the prawns. Mixed with the mince, sweet corn, some MSG, salt and pepper, lemon, oyster sauce. Did I put some garlic or onion in there as well? I can't remember. It wasn't much, but it was a little bit. Give it a little something. Steamed a few that night for everybody in the house to try. Froze a bunch more. I'm so glad I have more frozen because, oh my god, they taste so good. And I still have half the mince left for other things. But it took me like 3 hours to behead and shell all the big prawns and mince them, mix all the ingredients, and wrap all the wontons up. But it was so worth it. So tasty. But my back really hurt after that, so I took Tuesday off just to like caught up on a lot of laundry and cleaning and stuff, and then spent the rest of the day just vegging out on the couch. You go sit down. I promise you, nobody's home. Everybody's already left the house. My dog, he thinks he knows things, but he doesn't. He's just crazy. He's probably just hearing the washing machine again. Do I have to sell this lamp? Yeah, it really doesn't want the lamps. Okay, we're not selling the door yet. Let's gonna wait. God, this place is huge. I know that this is going to be like an art gallery or something, but you know, I couldn't stop myself from putting a nice library / office in somewhere, you know? Oh, hang on, I'm hearing noises. Alright, maybe my dog's not that delusional. It was the nurse here check on my grandparents to make sure everything's working as well as it can be when they're both about 90 years old. It's amazing. They're both incredibly old. My grandfather, he's pretty much entirely bed and sofa now. Can't do any of the active stuff he used to. My grandmother, she's still going about. She's like, no, I'm cooking. No, I'm putting up my washing. Now I'm cleaning my house. Like, I will help her as often as I can. But, you know, it helps that she lets me know. But she's very independent. But she also will, like, she'll tell me when, like, she wants me to help her. Man, I'm so determined to get this episode recorded now, not later today. It is happening this morning. No matter the interruptions. Keep having to tell my dogs, the nurse is here for old folks, not for them. My body is so confused because it's so tense from, like, interruptions. Like, according to my clock, I've recorded... actively been recording for 12 minutes, but I started like 40 minutes ago. But it will happen. Like, I need this for my weekly benefit. I don't know what to call it. For my weekly schedule. I need this. I had a lot of fun last week, breaking the habit and playing another Crab's Treasure. That really was a lot of fun. I'm getting off topic. I was saying, yeah, my grandma has no problem with, like, telling me when and where she needs me to do something, like, to get something that's high, because, you know, with old age, she'd just be shrinking down. Like I say, she wants to, like, do all her own washing and everything like that, but she will not hesitate to ask me to carry out the basket for her and everything, and I will, like, try and stay around and help her, but she's like, no, go away. She'll start, like, hitting me. None of the violent way, just, like, you know, whack me with a towel and be like, go, leave me alone, I can do this. So, I gotta respect my grandmother's wishes. She's such a cute, sweet little old lady, so I want her to take care of herself, but she's gonna putter about all day is what she's gonna do. Right. I got any trash in here? No? Okay. I want to start with small wee room at the back first. Here, let's go in this bathroom and see what needs to be done. I'm trying to remember what I've been speaking about. Before nurse interruptions. Wontons. Super delicious, super worth it. Really killed my back. Spent my Tuesday kind of half chore day, half vegging out. Surface finishes? What do we got? Go to the store. It's the subway walls. I love the subway walls. Yep. Look at this, so nice. Very small bathroom, but you know, we'll live. Sell the rest of those. Oh, they want to fit a buttload in here, huh? Well, we know where this is going. Let's try putting it all the way there in case there's something like a waste bin we can put here. Yep, there we go. Oh, thank God. I thought the toilet was going to look as funky as it did in the little icon there. Flusher. Is this flusher just it's a toilet roll holder? I've been assuming these are flushers the entire time. Okay, in which case, make this easier access to reach. There we go. A little light for you to see by. Right there. I like that. Turn it on. A little toilet cleaning. Oh, got toilet paper. It's gonna keep doing that with the The little magician noises. Put it back a little closer. There we go. One room nice and done. What do we need in here? We're not doing any finishing in here? Are we sure? There we go. More of the subway tiles. Which I don't mind. I just wish, you know, maybe we were doing them in a light blue. Keep this art gallery nice and light and open. But maybe she's just into a little bit of a darker style. Customer is always right in matters of taste. Sink. Don't put the sink here. Just so you've got room to then open this door, yeah, and get your buggy in there, change Banappy or whatever. We're always thinking of that. Bye. Already been super distracted. What was I saying? The rest of my week, what I've been up to. Ooh, I'm very excited. The audiobook that I love listening to, based on the popular web novel, The Wandering Inn, is getting a print version. Now, I don't have the money or the room in my house for more books. I don't know, if you're new here, you may not be aware, I'm a little bit of a book lover. I have piles of books all on my walls. Half my furniture is bookcases. I maybe have a little bit of a problem where I just, you know, need to have books. But I'm so tempted by these because maps. Oh my god, there's like supercontinents in this book, and I like sometimes get a little bit lost with where I'm imagining things are in conjunction to each other. You know, someone says like something is south, and I'm like, oh shit, it's south. I've been imagining it up north. And I love a good map. So I think they're just like in the works right now, so I'll maybe see if I can get a better peek at them when they're more official. And I can decide. It's so tempting. I mean, I got my birthday in May. Maybe I could drop a hint to my beloved siblings. Oh, come on. Come on. You know you want to go on there. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. I kind of want to bring it up a little bit. There we go. Just so you can see that that is there. Bye. Little trash receptacle. I do feel like the light green is clashing a little bit with the, like, this is light sage green, and then we got like deep dark forest or subway walls green. Like, it's not less subway walls, more like if you had like pretty sewers. That'll do. That'll do. Close that up. Whew. Okay. Another room that's nice and back out of the way. What do we need in here? Paint-wise. 3 colors of paint. Like. Okay, let's see what they want. White and green. Bye. Okay. Let's see. So which walls are gonna be which colors? I think I want green on the back wall, so it's like when you feel attracted by it when you're through here. Like, ooh, look at that, green walls. So let's grab that. Oh yeah, did anybody else get fooled by any stupid April Fool's articles? I got one that got me, because I just don't expect it, you know? I'm just like, April Fool's something that you're more interested in when you're a kid, but apparently a bunch of dumb adults are still doing that stuff too. But there was an article by, I think it's Inked, the like Tattoo Inked magazine, and they were, I'm gonna try white on these walls here. There we go. And they were saying like these companies are going to start making, like, stop hiring anybody who has tattoos. And I'm like, that's just not... That can't be upheld, that's crazy. And as she went to the comment sections and before going into the article, hearing everybody be like, you know, angry typing about it before it was just like April Fools, and that was the full article. I was like, God damn it, they got me. Not that it really affected me. I don't have tattoos, but God, I just have so many I want to get. I want to make sure I get the right artist. But I have several, like, I plan to do, but it's like, whenever I'm, like, thinking about getting them, it's just like, I have no money in the savings. Tattoos are expensive. Especially the ones I want, like, you know, they're medium-sized color pieces, all of them. So it's like... It's very pricey. Oh, if I get a crazy free fall cash or something, then maybe treat myself. Like, I want to get a new bag one. I want to get One Piece one. I want to get a Sakura branch with an emerald dragon for my birth month being May. Because I know, and Sakura doesn't have anything to do with May in Japan. But where I am, in this city, in Scotland, they bloom at a different time. They typically bloom around May. Not all cherry trees, but quite a lot of cherry trees. They bloom around May rather than March. And I enjoy them very much, because like that's when my birthday is. At what? I guarantee you there's nothing out there. Oh, woo yourself. Honestly. Yeah. So I was just thinking about dog barks picking up on my microphone. Oh, shush! Shush. Yeah, thinking about my microphone picking things up. When I was playing Irredeemable, I think... Well, let's make sure we center that nicely. Turn it on nice. Look at that light in here. Yeah, the game itself was pretty loud, and I've been turning my mic gain down a little bit just so you don't hear all of my lispiness, or if I sound like I'm heavy breathing down the microphone or anything like that. But with that game being quite loud, it was hard to hear me even when I turned my own volume up in the editor afterwards. So I'm thinking about, again, another thing is like I keep moving further away from my microphone sometimes and then coming back. So I've been thinking about maybe turning my mic gain up just a little bit. You know, I usually have it down in the lowest setting. I put it up a little notch or two for today. Even though this game is not a game where I have an issue with it, but I think I need to get into the habit of that. And maybe just putting up with, you know, acknowledging all the human sounds that I make into my microphone. Yeah, that's something else I've been thinking about. Get that up there. At least this is marked out nicely where these go. Gonna have to move that one, I see it. Yep. Oh no! Okay, there we go. Whew! I really like these in the wood rather than stone. It's quite nice. Wait, what was I talking about tattoos? Yes. So, yeah, I like the Sakura tree. Like, I'm already, like, a big Japan nerd, but, the Sakura trees that grow around my area, there was, like, a whole trade thing with Aberdeen and Japan, and that's why we've got a lot of them. There's a lot of history. There's, like, how you can visit, all this stuff. But, yeah, so we have a few cherry blossoms in the area. Let's see if I can have any of these. Sorry. Ooh. This painting is reminding me of a particular artist. I sometimes see their art show up in my Facebook feed and stuff like that. I'm gonna see if I can... This doesn't fit the frame super well. Is that just how it's clipped in, or is there like this is a sneaky hidden picture. It might just be in the fit right. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find the link before I put this video up, and I'll let you see the artist's name right now. Yeah, that artist. Check out their stuff. It's really, really cool. I love what they do with light and everything. It's very nice. But this painting is just reminding me, just like this little like green coming through here is really reminding me of that. It's really cool. I like some of these paintings because it reminds me of, like, you know, doing some hill walking around Scotland. You see some of the rivers in the mountains and the heather on the hills and all that. It's absolutely lovely. I really wish I could do it more often. Used to do it more as a kid. I wish there was another painting in here so that I could have a painting on this wall, but... Oh, have we got more to buy though? Oh, okay, so here we can put this seat. And put a little... How many lights are we getting? 6? That's a lot. I suppose... Trying to centralize them with the paintings. Okay, might have to move these. Now that I know I've got to put light bulbs above them. That one I think is fine where it is. These two are also pretty fine, okay. But yeah, so secretaries in Aberdeen. My birthday in May, they, because of like temperature differences between Scotland and Japan, they tend to bloom a little bit later in the year. So yeah, that's why I want like a sakura, like a sprig of sakura with like a little emerald dragon, which is emerald's the birthstone of that month, with a little emerald tiny dragon sitting in it. Like, or maybe along my collarbone or something. Like, that's one of the tattoos I really want. And Horizon Zero Dawn, I would love like some of the Banuk symbols like on my ankle or something. That'd be really cool. I think that's most of the tattoos I have in mind. Let's turn these on. You can turn me on. You can make me whole again. Boom. Benissimo. What else we gotta buy in here? Ooh. Gotta have the little, yeah. Oh, we so official up in here. Look at this. Beautiful. Yes, excellent. Pay no attention to the fact that these are a little bit higher and these are a little bit lower. Hello? I wasn't sure if that was sounds in the game or outside of my headphones there. Oh, we need another chair. God, another chair. I don't want to put... Hang on. Do you want to do that? So you can still sit in the room, but people can still, like, walk around them. Might move them over a little bit. Just... Security camera. Security breach. There we go. Ooh, very official. This is a very interesting job for us to be doing. We haven't done anything quite like this in House Flipper yet. Oh my goodness. I was looking around like the community pages on Steam for House Flipper 2, and oh my goodness, the custom builds that people have done, there's some amazing things. I haven't been like looking at other people's playthroughs or anything because I just kind of want to enjoy it for myself, but oh, the glimpses I got of some of those, I was very tempted to just go look through all of them. Some of them look amazing. It made me feel very like, oh my god, my own little house is so sucky, but that's fine, I'm just doing it to chill. It was very impressive. So one day in the future, maybe I'll go for a deep dive look on that. Ooh, and also, I got an email saying I can come and do the test play for House Flipper 1 Remastered. I signed up for that back in November, and I really, really want to check that out, but I'm trying to see if it's okay if I record me playing it and put it up. So I went to go and look on YouTube. I see a bunch of other people have done that. You know, it seems to be dependent on like what any gaming company says if you can or can't do that, but it seems to be the case that it's okay to do for this one. Let's get our paint first. So maybe that'll be something that I do in my big recording week next week. Something to look forward to. I've only played House Flipper 1 on my Switch. I have the first one on Steam because it was just cheaper during the sale to get House Flipper 1 and 2 on my computer during the Steam sale. But I haven't played it on my computer yet. And then I was so mad on behalf of the game because some guy was playing it on YouTube and he was like, "Is this the worst game on the Switch ever?" I was like, whoa, hang on. I've spent hours on House Flipper 1 on my Switch, going around doing jobs, having fun while listening to Spooky Ghost podcasts and stuff like that. So I was like, whoa, how dare you? First of all, I'm looking at these colors and trying to decide if I want to do like one wall each color or if we want to try and do something fun with the colors. Like, what if we do bottom white, 2 things of green, and then a top row of gray? Which I wouldn't mind doing, except that this wall is bigger. Okay, maybe I do this wall green, and then 3 colors on the other 3 walls, because I wanna test that out. So let me try. Let's see, how big do I want to make this? How many we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 2 squares on the bottom, 2 squares on the top, 4 in the middle. Wait. Does that work? 1, 2. And then 4 and then 2. Yeah, okay. See if that would be interesting to help frame some of the pieces. But yeah, offended that guy. Just because, like, I don't know, it didn't look as pretty as other Switch games or something. I guess it was a little bit clunky. When I saw a little bit about the remaster, you know, it's got like characters and things. It's very different. It's hard for me to explain it. It's pretty different. I'm very excited to see that. Oh dear, that didn't work. All the way along. There we go. I'm thinking about, what if we replace the white and gray? Let's try swapping them around. Brush. A little bit of white. Up here. The other way we could do this is if we did, you know, gray, white, green, 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 white, gray. But I think that just looks like a green chalkboard in school. Let's try this. I think that looks very artsy. Good. Very nice, very nice. I can just feel, as I keep playing this and as I keep chatting, all the tension leaving my body. Which is fabulous, because I'm not gonna get that feel good. Like I said, my therapy sessions, like, I feel absolutely drained after them, but I also feel good that I've been, like, actively being introspective and thinking about the way I perceive things and how I relate to other people and all this through my talking therapy stuff. And I'm not gonna get that. So gonna be relying on these videos to carry twice the weight to move my mental load. It doesn't frame these super well. If they were smaller photos or something, they'd be fine with it. But what are you looking at? I'm trying to decide if do we want to do the stripes, or I think I want to make this wall white, this wall green, maybe this wall gray, and this wall white. Keep it a bit more similar to the other room. I know that it's, you know, taking more time from what we've done already, but you know, I get to do this on my own time. We can take as long as we need to make sure that we're happy with this place. But I'm glad that, you know, like, it's nice that we at least tried that, saw that it didn't work. Good with this. Wait, did I say I was making this white or green? Yeah, this wall here is going to be green. I like having a green wall that you look out and you see green foliage. I need to do that in the stairwell of my house. My mother was just kind of going crazy and using any paint that was spare around the house to paint things, which was absolutely awful, because now in that hallway it's like half pale gray and like a sage green, which is annoying because like it's the green that I painted my bedroom with, and I was keeping that extra tin for when the walls had settled and like the cracks would appear, and I could like fill those cracks and then paint over with that. So fortunately, I'm gonna have to buy new tin for that, for like fixing up bits of my wall. Especially if I move like some of my furniture around, bits where furniture were against the wall and left marks. I need to move that around. Yeah, I knew that was gonna be under there. Yeah, I need to paint over those bits and pieces. But yeah, in the hallway it's just dark and dingy with the like 2 walls sage green, 2 walls pale gray. It looks awful. But if you're standing at the top of the stairwell, there's a window over it that looks out into the garden. The garden's got big green apple trees, and I want to paint the walls something that kind of matches the green apple trees outside. Even though it's going to be a huge pain in the ass, because painting a stairwell, super scary, super dangerous. But I'm willing to do it to just like make my house feel a little bit nicer, one bit at a time. Let's get the gray out of the way, since that was nice and bare. Nice. I don't know why I was doing the tiny roller. Big roller. There we go. Nice, very nice. White walls. Yep. Look at that. Beautiful. Gotta move my shoulders. Shake them out, shake them out. And we're already coming up to the 40-minute mark, but I feel good about what we've been doing so far because we scrubbed down the whole house. I don't know if there's anything in the outside that needs scrubbed. I should check and see if there's any graffiti outside. But we've already finished that little bathroom, finished one room in here. What do you need? Stains? I saw still one stain. I think is stuff up there? No, all those corners are reflecting kinda. Let's get our cleaner, not with this. With this. And then hit Q. Oh, I don't love that. There's like a bit of skirting board missing there. Go away. I'm hitting tab instead of Q. That's what the issue is. Oh, there it is. Right up there. Ta-da! Hang on, let's see if I can... Not flipper tool. Oh, hit this and then duplicate. I need a smaller version, so let's duplicate. Nope. Okay, let's get even smaller one. Open. Hold to open the store. Let's just get this little piece. And then... Oh. Okay, then I can go flipper tool, copy style, paste style, boom. Look at that. Like nothing was ever wrong. Are any of you guys missing? No, we're all good in here? Alright, that's good. Good to know. Just gotta buy things in here. Well, let's put up the artwork first and sell paint buckets. Why am I doing this? Sell. There we go. Sell, paint, sell, paint, sell, paint. Where's this typewriter gonna go? It's gotta go somewhere. Hopefully I haven't done this wall yet. Oh, I shouldn't have sold the paint. It's okay, we'll get it back. Do we want it fully green or do we want to make it white? I think I gotta make it white. So if I go here, grab yoink, and hop, hop, hop. But yeah, no, we are approaching the hour mark for this video, so I gotta think if there's anything else about my week that I feel like I gotta talk about. Feels good because it makes me feel like, oh yeah, hey, you did things this week. I've said this before, my depression makes me feel like you've done absolutely nothing. I have real hard time remembering day to day what I did at all, so a lot of the times it just adds to the feeling of you know, you've done nothing, you've done no progress or anything, even though it's not true. But you know, depression will fall on your head, blah blah blah. So it's good if in these videos, it's good practice for me to do the mental exercise of like remembering like, oh, hey, you did this thing and that thing. So that's gonna be all good for me. Thing I did this week, I charged, after many months, my step counting watch for the first time, wore it yesterday, and I managed to only just get over 4,000 steps, which is pretty bad because before I was getting like 16,000 steps a day sort of thing. Right, let's see what we have. We got a couple of fancy peeps. We got Modern McGee over here. Slightly older guy, but it's same frame. Got a few things that need to go on shelves. Ooh, or display cases. That's gonna be fun. Let's just put those out like that right now. So where do I want to put those? Okay, so we should definitely put you could put the display cases in the middle of the room, or you could put them against this wall here. I think what we should do is I should put this guy here with this case next to him like that. I'll move it over a little bit because I have a narrative I want to do here, and then I'll get back to talking about my stupid step counting watch in a minute. Because what I'm thinking is, you know, this guy maybe looks like an astronomer guy. So that's his thing. And then maybe we have the typewriter here for this guy. He's like a novelist. Let's rotate this. This is really cool that we have these storage cases. I might have to use something similar in my house. But yeah, I like that kind of narrative. Does this seem like it's the right way around to you guys? Yeah. Oh, it's hard to centralize it. There we go. Ugh. Maybe I can turn it like this. No, it won't fit. Just gonna have to put up with it not quite being centered. Close. Maybe like move them around a little bit so it doesn't feel like there's such a gap or whatever, but I like that narrative we're kind of doing there. Yeah, I used to be getting 16,000 steps on my step counter every day quite easily, so we need to up that. Get rid of this paint can. Buy some seats. Ooh, we're changing the colors up. Now, again, I like to just put them in the center of the room. Like that better than you putting them like right up against the wall. Don't ask me why. Got a couple of these boys to put in. And we're just gonna ignore the fact that they don't cover the brick right above them. It's good enough for me. It's good enough for you. It's good enough for me. It's good enough for two, but do, but da, ba, dee. But yeah, I feel like I've been doing a lot of, you know, like if you exercise, you slowly get better at something. That, but like mentally, you know, I'm getting better, like I say, with the talking therapy, at putting my thoughts into words and conversing with people a little bit better, I feel. And I feel like I'm kind of been exercising a bit of a brain muscle that's good for making me be productive and working things. Like doing things like doing these videos like every week and stuff. It's becoming so much more natural after weeks and months of doing it. And I've just like, you know, in the line of trying to be introspective and stuff each week, I was thinking about, you know, a lot of things I've been saying to my therapist is like, I couldn't have done these things like seeking help and being productive and all this, you know, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I wasn't in the right place to do it. It would have been a waste of time. I wouldn't have been able to stick to anything. I wouldn't have been able to do things. And now I very much am in that space. And like, it was tough at the start. I kept on feeling like, oh, I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to lose all traction for it. Whether I'm talking about, you know, my therapy, my drawing, or like videos or anything like that. It felt, I would feel like afraid, like if I stop, I'm not going to be able to start again. It's going to be like every other time I've tried to start something, I do it for a few weeks and I stop, and then I go into a depressive spiral, and it would just be that over and over and over again. But being on like medication, taking steps like actively seek therapy and stuff like that, I'm in a place now where it's like I can do that and I can do all these things. I couldn't have done them before. And I really do. Sorry, I was saying like I've been getting better at vocalizing my thoughts and things, but it's still a little bit of a struggle, and it's important to me that I put this out here for me, for anybody who's following along who cares about their own mental health or anything like that. I want you to hear that as well. That like, I was feeling a little bit at times, you know, when I have like more productive weeks than others right now, like, and then I would go back to regular productiveness, like, oh no, I'm losing steam, I'm falling behind on things. But then I was like, no, you're not. Your bare minimum now each week is so much higher than so many, like the past many years behind me. So you don't get, like, maybe this week as much extra stuff done as you did last week. the bare minimum that I'm able to achieve every week is still like so much more than it's been in years, and it feels so much easier to achieve that each week because it feels like I've been able to exercise my brain muscles a little bit and be able to actively do these things. And it's a weird thing to try to describe to someone who maybe hasn't experienced like long-term chronic depression. But it's something that I want to try to get better at describing. But yeah, I was just recently thinking about that kind of feeling, this like capableness that I hadn't had before, and thinking about all the times you hear people say like, never give up, don't always keep trying, blah 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 sort of thing. But I think, yeah, I've given up many times, but they all kind of feel worth it to kind of like, I keep saying this so tentatively because this, compared to my, like I say, years and years of depression, this window I'm having of like the past few months of being so much better feels so short in comparison. I keep on waiting for the shoe to drop for it to stop, but like I'm slowly realizing maybe this is a bit more long term. And it's like, feels like it was fine for me to give up all those times for me to get, but like I had to make sure that I did keep starting again. You can give up however many times you want to or you need to, but you can also start again as many times as you need to. Does that make sense? I feel like I went on a weird tangent there, but it was kind of like something that I wanted to get out of my head and into the open, how I've been feeling this week, and that's like my thought around how I've been and stuff like that, and what I think maybe other people need to think on themselves who've been in the same boat as me, you know? So thank you for, you know, indulging me in my rambling there. I know we haven't been doing anything on screen for a while, but I really, like I say, we're trying to verbalize these internal feelings so I can understand them a little bit better, and I think it's good for me to put them in. If you put them in words or writing or something like that, it makes the thoughts more real for you, and I think they will change you more than if you just think about a thing. You know, you have to have some kind of like physical representation of them, make them a bit more real for you. All these little things like this is like slowly helping me change my actual mind a little bit. If you know you're on your own like mental health journey with battling chronic mental illness and stuff like that, maybe this is ringing bells for you, and you're thinking that maybe you're thinking an entirely different way. No, everybody is not this, they're not all the same. But you know, that's just me and how I'm feeling. These have to go here, or do these count for out there as well? It's a big open doorway. Nah, this is different. Okay. Sorry to just like go from that very deep talk to just like get back right in again, but like I'm bad for just signing off things, finishing off a thought of conversation. I just want to get right into the next bit. Right, put one there and one in the next corner over here. There we go. Oh no, I didn't want to go up there. Turn you around a little bit. Make sure you're taking in all the room. There we go. I'm just gonna take these out and then decide where I'm placing things. 2, 3, 4. Need 4 of those and 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, don't da me until I figure out exactly where I'm putting them. Like, I have these. Well, we don't have like a little table to put them on or anything, you know? Wish we had like a little shelf. I could maybe put like the books in this case. You know, little examples. Don't super fit. What if I do this? Ooh, what if I did that? What if I did that though? What if I did that? Ooh, I like that. That's very cool. Fills up that gap a little bit. We might have to move them slightly around. Bring this over a little bit. Lorem ipsus. Bring this guy over a little bit. Bring it forward a little bit. There we go. I like this. It's a very fun wall. Put this. Do I want to put this in the corner here, or do I want to put it like under here? Let's see. If I put this guy here, take this lamp, put it there, hit E. Take this lady, put her here, hit E. Hello? Every time I hear something like a dog barking, I'm like, is that in-game or is that out of game? I know I'm coming up very close to the end of my hour, but I just want to spend a few more minutes outside of my rambling, just absorbing or decompressing, just doing some of the little, just a little more Jaws. I keep on wanting to do a little bit longer. And I've said this before, doing these videos brings me so much joy. You know, these could have been the things that are meant to go in these cases, but I couldn't have these just sitting out on the floors or anything. Maybe I take... Oh yeah, I can turn this on. Oh, look at that! Ah! Put this here. This here. There you go. If you're looking closely, it says artwork made by an artist. I'm an artist. Maybe I make artwork. Look at this. This is so cool. We're gonna put this up a little bit. Ah, it's so cool. That's my phone buzzing. Shh, dismiss. You can pay for like another 10 minutes so doing things. Gotta figure out somewhere to put this chair. Maybe just there? Just randomly in that corner? Because like that bit of walls feels a little bit empty. Could have put it here, and that may be a good place for... Yeah, you know, if like this is like a security guy's chair. Put it right in the corner here. Yeah. You can sit in the corner, blend in, watch people. Before I leave this room, I want to see if this globe also turns on. Yeah, it does. Oh, that's magic. Okay, let's quickly check the outside. I want to see if there's any graffiti out here that needs cleaned up. It looks good. Looks fine. Outside's gorgeous. What about in the little... I don't want to do the doorway right away. Okay, here's like a little small room here. Let's see what this needs. Sell stuff. Let me guess, these doorways. Yeah, we can sell this. And we can buy new doors. It wants the door handle on that side. One new door. Easy as that. What else we need to buy? Any paints? No paints or nothing? Let's get a big old window in here. Ooh. Oh, like a little receptionist window for getting people's coats and things. I love that. Ah, that's very nice. Oh, sorry, I just cracked my neck and my shoulders. I'm sitting slightly hunched. I can't help it. I've got a very low desk, and I've got this armchair at the lowest setting it'll go. Not quite low enough. Oh, it's because like the desk I'm using, this is like my childhood desk. I need to get one of those, that's another thing, like if I get a nice free fall of cash, get one of those fancy desks that you can adjust the height of. I sell them in Costco, but I'm just like, I keep waiting to see if they'll go on like sale or something, because they're so pricey. And I want it to be able to be deep enough to easily hold my tablet screen in drawing mode or in desktop mode, like desktop monitor mode, or you know what I mean. You know what I'm on about. Open some windows, let some air in here. Cute desk. Now do I want to put it against this wall or under this window? It doesn't really go under the window with the window sill there. Should I put the sill the other way around? Like if I grab this window and flip it, does it still work? Will it work better if I do this? Yeah, I think that's better so that, you know, people there can lean on that, take out their keys and stuff. Move it over a little bit. There we go. I can live with that being a little bit off center. Right, where are you going? Over here. There we go. This is looking really nice. Tickets, please. I want to put it on the left side because whenever I was, you know, working as a checkout chick, I like to type away with my left hand. Just monitor in here. Busy, busy bee. Well, you need all that space under the desk for your legs, so we're gonna put your PC there. So I really like having like a desk with wheels with a bit of shelf under it that you can put your desktop on, keep your desktop off the floor, and your desk slightly mobile. We don't want people's clothes blocking the windows, so we're gonna put this here. Glorious. Kind of sticks out a little bit, but it's fine. Another one. Oh my goodness. Might end up blocking the windows a little bit. But it's fine. We're gonna have to stop at some point and leave more work for not next week, but the week after. And that's fine. I love having these big jobs so that I've got the next couple of weeks, like, we're gonna be doing this. That's gonna be nice. I hope that, you know... God, I didn't even say my usual, like, hey, I hope you're having a great week and you've got nice chill weekend plans and you've got yourself a little treat or anything like that. But, you know, it always stands. Big stretch. Gotta make sure if you've been sitting at a desk all day, you can stretch. Get up and get some steps in on your step counter. I believe you can break your record. I believe it. Oh, right. Let's take a look. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna look at some art. As I sign off, as I say goodbye, as I say thank you as always for like watching, listening to me ramble. Next week, we're gonna be getting some aggression out, killing some crabs as a crab. A little bit brutal. Look forward to it. I'm just gonna keep saying it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. God, I say goodbye every time. I just want to keep playing forever. It's okay, bye. I'm gonna go. Bye-bye. Bye. Goodbye.